What's up, SEQL fam? My name is Jamal Bevels Jr., co-founder and head of SEQL Studios. And if you are looking to become a videographer for SEQL Media, you're definitely in the right place. First things first, thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video. But before we get you out there shooting, there's a couple of things that we need to go over. So, who is SEQL? SEQL is a for-profit social impact company leveling the playing field for all athletes. And how do we do this? We provide student athletes on-demand video highlights, masterclass level educational content, and real-world SEQL experience to elevate their brand. SEQL is operating in a very competitive environment, so it is critical to our success that we expand that awareness of SEQL, our mission, our impact, and how we're leading revolution in sport and athlete. In order to tell those stories and continue to push the revolution of sport, we use videography and content creators like yourselves as the medium of choice. And just like all communication materials, any videos produced by any individual or group of SEQL should be at the highest quality. This is a great way to represent our brand and your brand. So let's really get into it. Quality standards are important. These guidelines are put in place to ensure that we provide our audience with the highest quality viewer experience we can. Now, I know some of you have some video background and/or experience, but this part of the tutorial is just as important as the first part, so please pay close attention. Technique, technique, technique. We all watch the countless hours that these athletes put in to be at the top of their game. Well, here at SEQL, we have the same technical standards of our own for our content creators. All right, let's break down those quality standards. 1, let's display the athlete's performance while also being visually appealing. So AKA, let's expose it well, let's shoot it in the correct frame rate, and let's keep them in focus. Number 2, clear and understandable audio. So no mic coverage or any feedback should come back on the final pieces. 3, consistency in style and tone. Again, if you expose it well, shoot it in the correct frame rate, this should be a simple task. And lastly, we have to uphold the current best practices in videography, and you're here for a reason and you know what those best practices are. Our technical standards are the following. 1, aspect ratio. You can shoot 16:9 widescreen. However, it is important that you understand that our student athletes will be consuming this content in 9:16, meaning the final video that you will send to us will be a 9:16 format. So if you wish to shoot wide, remember that in post, you must scale and send us back a file that is 9:16. Our athletes would consume what they're used to seeing on TikTok and Instagram. It is important to understand that even though this content, again, is shot in horizontal format, it is going to be consumed in a vertical format. 2, video format. Files that are acceptable are .mov and .mp4. We will not accept anything that is in log or shot in picture profiles. We do not have the team to convert that footage. So please send us footage that is straight out of camera or color corrected yourself in post-production and then send us the final file. Currently, we are only supporting the resolution of HD video only. That is 1920 by 1080. Again, that is resolution HD video only, 1920 by 1080. Focus, focus, focus. Focus is extremely important, especially when shooting fast-paced sports content. You have creative liberty to shoot at whatever aperture you would like. However, I recommend an aperture of at least f4 to keep everything in focus. Anything lower than that, you are risking out of focus clips. Composition. It is super important that we keep our subject in frame, making sure that you are at a reasonable focal length to see the entire athlete in the frame throughout the clips. And remember, we're shooting wide and cropping it into vertical. File size. The file size of the clips that can be uploaded to the SEQL Videographer portal is a maximum of 15 megabytes. If the clips are too large, the uploader will reject the files. And if needed, we have resources available for you to help you convert the video. Check out this.
All right, hey everybody, it's Jamal Bevels, head of SEQL Studios and co-founder here at SEQL. Today I wanted to show you how you can compress files to meet the requirements of SEQL Media's admin portal. Okay, so the best place and platform to do this would be in Adobe Media Encoder. You can find that in the Adobe Creative Cloud application, or you can find it on adobecreativecloud.com. The icon looks like this. Once you have it downloaded, please open it up on your desktop, and as soon as you do so, you will see a screen just like this. So unlike Adobe Premiere, there is no timeline for video or audio. This is strictly exporting and encoding file formats. So what I need you to do is, once you figure out how big your files are, so once you get the info and figure out that your file exceeds the limit of what we need here at SEQL Media, you're going to want to open up this application, and you want to come down here to the left-hand side and find this window called the preset browser. Within the preset browser, what you want to do is you want to create a preset. This allows us to tell the computer that we want it to be an exact preset and that you can apply this to hundreds of thousands of videos at a time. And what we're going to do is, as we apply this preset, we're going to export the files all out with the same preset, aka we are going to compress every single file to the file size that we need. So first things first, what you want to do is you want to create a folder. So this folder with a mini plus sign is going to create a new preset folder. As soon as you do so, you open it up, you'll title it as new preset folder. And within this preset folder, what you can now do is this plus icon over here says create new preset. I have already created a new preset, but I will do so again for the purposes of this tutorial. So you come in and you want to create a new encoding preset. Within here, you want to give it a title. So we'll say 10 megabytes or less. Format's going to be H.264 based on a new preset. And what you want to do is you want to go down to the basic video settings and scroll down for me. The first checkbox you're going to need to check is render at maximum depth. Once you have that clicked on, checkbox on, you want to scroll down a little bit more for me, and then you're going to get down to a place called bitrate settings. You'll probably be at about 15, but my encoder knows that I like to be around 3 to 4. By changing your target bitrate, megabytes per second, you're going to get, again, around 4, and the maximum bitrate is 4. You're telling the computer that I want it to be around 4, and the maximum is also around 4. You can change these numbers in any other type of editing scenarios, but in this case, we want this number to be 4. This is going to ensure that we're going to have our video files exported out below 10 megabytes. So basically what the computer is doing, it's going to do its best to hit 4 megabytes. It may be 6, it may be 7, it may be 2, but it'll be around 4. And in the world of encoding, this is exactly what we need. So before you click OK, I also need you to check this box right here. Use maximum render quality. This is going to tell the computer to make sure what they give us is going to be at the maximum quality. So check that for me, hit OK. You have now created a new preset. So right now, I have my preset selected and I would like to apply the preset, but because I have no video files, I have no files that I need to tell the computer to apply the preset to, the apply preset button is not here. So what you can do, you either can drag and drop from a desktop, drag and drop from a drive, or you can also do is you can head up the file. What you can do is you can double click this window here, find where your files are located. In my case, I have them on a drive, game 1 highlights, and I want to select all of them. So now what the computer is doing, it is uploading every single one of my video files that I want to compress. And now that we have them in here, over here you have your format tab, your output file, and your preset tab. Because I have already selected my preset before I loaded my footage in, the computer now is going to apply the preset that I have clicked. There's no need to apply preset. If you do not have your preset selected here, what you can do is click on your preset and apply preset, and it will apply your preset here. Right now, this is all you need to do. At this moment, we are now compressing our file, so you can go here and you can check your preset, and you scroll down here. And right now my file is estimated at 32 megabytes. We need it below 15. So what you can do is you can play with this number. We'll move this down to 3. It's going down to 25 megabytes. We'll move this down to 2. It's going down to 17 megabytes. And what we'll do is take this down to 1. And we now have 10 megabytes of our estimated file size. So what you want to do is you want to double check all your files to ensure that they are compressed around that 10 megabyte range. We'll hit play, and what this will now do in the background is this will export out, encode out, aka compress our files down to the file size that is needed. If you have any questions, please reach out to Alexa. any of your regional managers or myself, Jamal, will be happy to walk you through this process again and get you guys to compress this file. Welcome to SEQL. Sports Quality starts now.
Last but not least, visual style. As stated before, video is an effective tool to reach a message across masses. We need to use this powerful tool in order to showcase our athletes. And when done well, the visual style of a video can help bring out emotions and engage a genuine connection with our audience. Remember some of these tips. Capture genuine expression, authenticity, intimacy, and reliability. So other than capturing the athlete's skills and performance on the field, try to capture them maybe celebrating, interacting with their teammates, coaches, etc. Just overall, just showing genuine expression. 2, capture athletic abilities, top plays, moves, performances of the athletes. And lastly, 3, capture clips in high frame rates at 60 frames per second for the capability of slowing down in post-production. Okay, that was a quick crash course of our technical standards here at SEQL. Can't wait to get you out there shooting. Sports equality, the movement starts now.